So we're glad to have you here with us today. Thank you for coming.
So the big question, confusion in the room. So I think I've said this before some of you guys came in. So I'm the Turning Point Action Field Representative that oversees like Cherokee, Pickens, Gordon, Murray County. So I was literally going right through these Pickens County just to get here. So basically, so Turning Point USA and the difference between Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action is, strangely enough, USA is a nonprofit. So we are literally the action side, so we are the political arm. So they are just strictly on high school and college campuses, forming clubs and doing the tables on the college campuses. And they can advocate for free speech, but we can do like endorsements of candidates and door knocking, and we have our coalitions. So the two main things that we focus on are making sure that people are involved in their county party. So you guys are already involved in your county party. USA is not, they're more encouraged to be more on like the surface level, and then we can act on it pretty much. So the big main things that we are focusing on are our coalitions. So I'm focused on the Healthy Americans Coalition. That's pretty much been built out decently in Cherokee. Just had an event since the assassination. Good crowd, just talking about like FDA reform, medical freedom. It's literally like how it sounds. It's people join it because they're passionate about their health. And then we have big one that's the Faith Coalition that I'm building out at the end of this month, also in Cherokee, just because there's such a wide county. But I will invite people that are in this area as well, and then eventually I will have Faith Coalition events in this area. Just depends on timing of everything. And actually, let me get my phone so I can explain. Fun fact: Turning Point USA has a faith department side. So I wanted to let you guys know that basically our Turning Point Action Faith Coalition is completely separate from the USA's faith department with the pastors and everything. So they're basically the why, and then like we show how do you do this, like how do you get involved? Because Charlie, ironically, before everything happened, he said, I want to be remembered for my faith. So that's why I chose to, push out the Faith Coalition so strongly. By the end of this month, you guys will be informed about it. It's truly just dedicated to, making sure that the churches are not afraid to talk about politics, because some of these non-denominational churches steer away from it. So we just kind of make those contacts with local pastors and make it more of like a community base. So for this upcoming event, trying to do basically just pastors, saying a prayer and just honoring Charlie since his birthday's coming up next week as well, which is crazy. And then I'm building out our Moms Coalition as well. So that's just it's pretty much all how it sounds. So the Moms Coalition goes, moms come together in whatever county they're in, and Turning Point Action funds each of these coalition events. And so you literally get to, go out with, like, if you're a mom, you get to go out with your friends and have Turning Point Action cover for you. And, it's just a group hanging out. Like, I think I'm trying to do a happy hour for the end of, for the start of fall. So I've got a lot of the Cherokee moms, like, that are interested. The big confusion is some of these counties want to, like, get chapters started. And we love the enthusiasm for it, but sadly, USA is just for high school and college. You can only start a chapter if you're in school still. So the people that are outside of school say, if you want to get involved, first, do you want to get involved in our coalitions? And then if you want to get involved with your county party, I just connect you with the county party chair. And then you have the right to have a leadership position within your county, kind of have control over who, kind of runs everything in there. So
when you say county party chair, Who is that?
So it depends on like what county you're in, so for like.
Is that Republicans? I mean.
The GOP, so, for example, I've connected, plenty of coalition members from my Healthy Americans, coalition I've connected them with, James Dvorak, the Cherokee Republican Party chair. Yeah, so I kinda just say like the chair, just assuming everyone thinks it's Republican Party. But, so the difference is, like, if you wanna make a difference, and you know someone that has a high school, college student, then we can connect you with, the USA representative for the North Georgia area, and then the way to get involved with us is the coalitions. So I have, all this material up here is free, and like I said earlier, before, some of you guys came in, if you are interested in joining or being behind the scenes of any of these coalitions, please put down your information on this.
How many coalitions are there?
So there is a total of technically 7. I am specifically focusing on the moms, the Healthy Americans, Gen Z, and the faith one. So pretty much all of what I have out here, not to say like, if somebody's interested in a coalition that I don't have out here, you're more than welcome to still put down their information, but you need to specify which coalition, because, so I know, when I give you a call or a text to further talk about it, because the whole purpose is, we want you to be a part of coalition that you're passionate about. So, and some people do have, questions with the Moms Coalition. It's like, oh, well, I'm not a mom, but I want to still be a part of it. No, we're not going to tell you that you can't be a part of it if you're not a mom. Like, you can still be a part of it. It's like, we're not going to like restrict that. But we also have a men's coalition, but that's just pretty much, kind of mirrors the purpose of the moms. So it's like the men get together, do like guy things, just for the same purpose. Yeah. So, and then I just have some pamphlets of, if you don't already have our app, it shows the difference of how to download it through Samsung or through iPhone. Yes, we have a different app in Turning Point USA. They've got the red app, we've got the blue app, and then that's pretty much kind of the gist. I was gonna say specifically, I know that the guys were asking about Club of America, and that is definitely just under Turning Point USA, and like it does just pertain to like the college and the high school students. But yeah, so if you guys have anybody that you need to refer, then I usually ask like how old the person is to determine if they go USA side or Action side. And USA people can attend like our events as well. Like we work together, and we do work together, but at the same time there's certain things like financially that have to be separate. But I wanted to mention before, most important, one of the issues that I have come across is people thinking that our faith coalition is the same as the USA Faith Department, completely separate. So I hope that cleared a lot of things up. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I know I threw a lot of information.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And how about any questions here?
I'm curious, what about Turning Point Faith? Because when I was looking for Turning Point, I saw there's a separate group, Turning Point Faith.
Yes.
Are you affiliated with that at all?
So Turning Point Faith, probably the department that you're referring to, that is under Turning Point USA. So they have pastors and like paid pastors, and then I can't remember the specifics of what exactly they do, but let me actually pull up.
So that's for the young people as well.
Yes, it's just the two different branches. I have some more information on that. Let me just pull it up.
So the USA side is more of the
It's literally,
informational flow.
yeah, informational
and
flow,
then
advocating for
the-
free speech.
And then the action side is the doers.
I wouldn't say like, I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's like all ages. Like,
But
but
I mean, like the people that are actually on the ground doing the action is the Turning Point action.
Well,
Yes.
it's
But
political.
then the Turning Point USA is more informational,
It's
that's being
faith.
pushed out from the organization,
Yeah, so they focus more on, you know, obviously,
and maybe networking.
It's 501c3.
versus 501c4.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's,
There's political restrictions.
it's not
Yeah.
political,
USA
in other
side.
words.
Well, I'm not saying that it would be political, but
Right.
so that, I'm just trying to determine the difference between, so USA is more informational, networking, and
Correct.
getting people the information that y'all have within the organization.
Yeah, so if, I'm not as familiar with how the high school process works, but I know for the college campuses, they will do tabling and they will have, you know, materials like us. Now, I mean, you guys have probably seen now they have different kinds of material. So
And then they do recruiting for the action part.
they do recruiting for saying, do you wanna start, or are you already a part of this school's chapter? So technically, if it's still the same information, if, like, let's say one person goes up to somebody at like Georgia Tech and, goes up to the table, you know, what's this all about? They say, oh, well, this is information on how you start your own Turning Point USA chapter. And I believe you only have to have, 3 other people join you to make like a full chapter, and then it grows, and they have to do something, there's some process for the, payment, you know, to keep their club actually like financially
Mhm.
They
with the
have to
school.
meet every month, they said this up at Blues, have to meet every
Yeah.
month. And they go out in the community and do service things like supporting the police and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they advocate
But they
for.
don't, they wouldn't endorse a candidate.
Yeah, correct, they can't endorse candidates like we can, cause we've got that 501c4 status. A lot of people get confused with 501c3 and 4, so I don't even try to confuse people with that. But the two main, things that will be less confusing is Turning Point USA is advocating for free speech, and they can say, vote conservative. Turning Point Action is literally the political action side of them, so we can act and they can just, you know, speak it. So, when they, try to think about how to say this. So they can say, vote conservative, we can say vote for Trump.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know it's so specific, but regarding the Faith Coalition, so kind of ties in with her nonprofit 501c3 and 4 question. So basically, the Turning Point USA Faith is our sister organization, just like USA, but the specifics on the Turning Point USA Faith side is that they support pastors and churches. Their mission is centered specifically on strengthening, you know, ministry leaders and offering resources to build a culture of bold and biblical faith in America. So they're always welcome to our Turning Point Action Faith Coalition events as well. Like, people can show up, no restriction on that. But the TP Action Faith Coalition specifically, kind of like I said just now, like, it's literally the political arm of the USA Faith Department side. So for us, while the pastors are welcome to participate in our events, the coalition is designed for everybody, you know, that is passionate about their faith. We're encouraged to speak up, which is what Charlie would want us to do right now, and speak up in churches and register voters and turn out the faith vote in elections, because like I said, if us on the action side, if we can't get through to these certain pastors and churches, then it's like, that's what his goal was. So typically, like, if you were, let's say, on my, part of my faith coalition team, or just a member, and you said, oh, I wanna do something at my local church, and I would say, well, do you have a good relationship with them? You talk to them, say, the key thing is to not make it sound like we're a political coalition, because yes and no. We typically like to say, we're a faith community, group that is just trying to expand for Charlie, trying to make sure, people come closer to God at this point. And, set up our table and just have free material, because it's crazy how many different gun stores I go to. People think I'm selling this material. I'm like, no, it's all free. Pretty much whatever, people want. But I think that I've seen a lot of videos at this point. Everybody going to church now because of the assassination, and I think that's definitely what he wanted to happen. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys went to the service, but that was truly a spiritual awakening. Like, in real time, it was crazy. But, you guys have any more questions?
So technically there's three arms. I mean, there's main Turning Point USA, and then there's the action and the thing.
So
It's the sister, I don't think you said.
yeah, so, basically our coalitions are just ours, and they're not part of USA. So, cause they're focusing on free speech and starting chapters, and we're focusing on, getting people involved in their local county Republican Party, and getting, people into our coalitions. And by the way, when people come to our events, you don't have to pay a membership fee. All we are asking you to do is come to the event. We will cover the food and bring friends, and we're just trying to build a whole army of community, and a whole army of people in the community that wouldn't, come together in a different environment. Because I have, for
Talk
example,
about common values.
yeah, common values. It doesn't always have to be political. That's why, it is political, but at the same time it's not, because we're, when we get closer to the election cycle next year, we will ask our members, our volunteers to help us store on our Turning Point Action app. But, our goal is pretty much the exact opposite of how campaigns work. We want people to stay engaged and build lifelong relationships versus just, let's get ready for this election cycle and, get ready for this opponent, and then just after that, just drop contact. We're all about the relational organizing part of it. So we really want people to continue to get involved. And that's the main thing, is people are like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to get involved. Well, then we gotta figure out which department. But from what I've seen on these Facebook groups, especially the only county that I've really seen it happen is the Cherokee County women's group. I spoke at their vigil, and I explained the difference between us, and I think that cleared some air. And I've been having meetings with different moms in the area, and now literally just one Facebook post and about 28, 30 new moms are how do I get started? What can I do? And so it's blowing up in a good way, but it's people that are in the Cherokee area that wouldn't have met another mom if it weren't for going to my event. That's just kind of what we are striving to do. All about the lifelong relationships. And USA, they're for that too, as well as just, we've got the coalition side that they are not focused on. So I guess you could say we're coalitions, and then they are chapter focused.
Well, I think that you've given us a lot to think about here.
Yeah.
And,
I've given a lot.
different people can form different groups or coalitions and things, so give everyone a chance to think about that, and you be in touch if there's a coalition event here, right?
Yeah.
And are you our rep, or is somebody else our representative?
So I'm the point of contact for you guys right now until we probably won't be having anybody new for a while. So yeah, I'll be the point of contact. That's why when you guys leave, make sure to please take any of these materials, because some of these really need to just be given away, the end of the war. That was before the election, so I think that confuses people sometimes. But my paper form, you guys can take the coalition pamphlets with you, but for the sake of everything being backed up on our online registration, I really need you guys to fill out the paper form, and it just goes to me. I would just be contacting you guys. Your information doesn't go public or anything. So just want to make that clear. Some people get nervous about it. So yeah, that's pretty much, you can take a business card of mine as well. But I just like to have, exchange contacts, so that way if I, wanna invite you to something and I don't have your number, but you have mine, I
Yeah,
can't invite you.
You can sign up, she's got some sheets here, so you
Yeah.
can sign up. And we're gonna take a little break here, so everyone can come up here and get whatever materials you want and everything. And then we'll get back before we all leave, we might have a little business meeting, before we all leave. So come on up and look at her stuff and talk with her